If you live in America but want to move overseas, where should you go? Shalom, my name is No Limit Eddie. I'm a 24-year-old American who's been living and traveling the world full time for the last 3 years. And I've documented every moment of my journey here on this YouTube channel. If that sounds interesting to you, then drop a like on today's video so YouTube recommends you more content you'll love. In today's video, I'm revealing the top 5 easiest places for Americans to move overseas. In particular, when it comes to visa and residency process. Because there is nothing more stressful than living in a country knowing your visa is about to run out. Quick story about my troubles with visas. So when I was 21 years old, I moved from America over to a country called Tanzania. I was supposed to go to this country and get a student visa by attending a Swahili language school, then I would be good for 2 years. But the thing is, tens of thousands of people heard that exact same advice. And so hundreds, maybe even thousands, came to the country of Tanzania and tried to do the exact same thing. So many people came over that the country, the immigration portion of the country, actually got concerned and confused. Like, why are so many black Americans coming here and applying for this visa? They were so weirded out by the fact that so many black Americans were applying for this same visa, they actually scrapped it from their logbooks. So even though I already spent all the money to attend the school, spent all the money to pay for my government applications, I had spent all the time going through all these different hoops to qualify and everything like that. I actually received my approval letter from the government in my hand. They told me they weren't going to issue me a visa. It wasn't just me who ran into this issue. There was actually a list of names of hundreds of other African Americans who faced the exact same situation. But I had the rug pulled out from underneath me unexpectedly, and so I only had around 14 days left on my tourist visa. And the moment those expired, well, now I will be an illegal alien in the country of Tanzania. So needless to say, those were 2 of the most stressful weeks of my life. All right. So from that point forward, I've learned the lesson that whenever I move to a country, the most important thing to me, okay, is straightforward, clear, by the books process to get visa and residency. All right. And the same thing should be true for you. So let's jump into this list of the 5 easiest places to get a visa or residency from if you are an American. First on the list, we have Mexico. Clearly, Mexico is super close to the U.S. And there's many ways for you to get there. You can drive your own car to the U.S.-Mexico border, there's buses, and there's also 100 different airports in the country of Mexico. Mexico's putting real respect on American passport holders' names.
Put some respect on my name.
Allowing you to stay up to 6 months visa-free. And it's actually renewable if you do what is called a visa run. A visa run is when you leave the borders of a country for a set period of time and then you re-enter, and that resets your visa clock. All you need to do to be eligible is have an American passport and potentially $27. The reason why I say potentially is because if you fly into the country, that $27 is actually already calculated into the cost of your airplane ticket. If you drive in, then you will have to pay $27 to the customs or immigration agent. That $27 that you pay the agents at the immigration is used for what is called your tourist permit. If I was to move to Mexico, that's how I would start. Just go in with my U.S. passport, stay the first 6 months, and get a feel for if I like it or not. Now let's say you do happen to love Mexico and you want to stay there for longer without having to do this visa run nonsense every 6 months. What can you do? You can apply for a temporary residency permit. And it's actually super easy and straightforward to do. It only takes around 3 to 6 months to be approved, and you don't even have to be in the country of Mexico for you to apply. So that's kind of the cool thing. There are tons of ways to qualify for the temporary residency permit. You can become a digital nomad, you can buy property in the country of Mexico, you can even get married. One of the more popular ways to qualify is with proof of economic solvency. The exact amounts you have to prove, they do change over time, but here's what they are as of the time of recording this video. If you can prove you earn $4,394 or more per month, and you have done so for the last 6 months straight, you're good to go. Or if you can prove you have a bank balance of $73,235 and you have had that bank balance at that same rate or more for the past 12 months, you also can be considered economically solvent. Next on my list is Colombia. There's quite a few ways to move to Colombia if you are a U.S. passport holder. They have a digital nomad visa, a retirement visa, a freelancer visa, and even a student permit. Now, even though I may have trauma based around getting student visas from my experience dealing with Tanzania,
emotional, damn it!
Colombia does have a very well recognized student visa program. If you are enrolled in at least 10 hours per week at a approved, like government approved, Colombian university, you can apply and receive a student permit. The good news is you can take these classes virtually or in person, and there's a wide range of topics to choose from. If you've been looking to learn Spanish, well then this seems like the perfect opportunity. And the application fee is only $167. And all you need to show to prove you are economically solvent for this Colombian student visa is you have at least $2,605 in your bank account. There's also the Colombian Digital Nomad Visa, which was established in 2023. All you need to do is show you make 3 times the country's minimum wage. So you need to make around $750 to $800 per month. And the application fee for this visa is only $52. The visa will last for 2 years, but you will still need to do a visa run every 180 days. And this visa can be approved in 30 days. So if
you're broke, you're fucking poor,
or cheap, Colombia is a great place for you. Departing from South America for a bit, we're going to a country that surprised even me. And that is Albania, a beautiful looking country where you can live on less than $1,000 per month. Albania is a fantastic but often overlooked option for U.S. passport holders. Because going there with just your U.S. passport, they'll give you 1 year. And not only can you stay in the country for that full year, they also allow you to work. And that is very, very rare with a tourist visa. Most tourist visas restrict you from being able to work in that country. For all you worker bees that just love having a job, well, Albania should be one of those countries that's super high on your list. Once your 1 year is up, you then must leave the country for at least 90 days before coming back. Now, that is a big con because you have to leave the country for 3 whole months. Most other visa runs, they only last for around 24 hours. But let's just say you go to Albania and you realize that you love it, and you don't want to have to leave for 3 whole months before coming back. Well, there's other options for you to do, and this is the one that I recommend. Apply for Albania's Digital Nomad Visa. All you must do is prove that in the previous year you made $9,800 as a remote employee or in your very own business. That you have healthcare insurance that will cover you in Albania for the entire duration of your stay, and that you have an Albanian bank account to deposit your money into. Lastly, you need a lease for an apartment or a house in the country of Albania. This digital nomad visa is valid for a year, but it can be renewed each and every year for up to 5 years. So you can avoid all that whole leave for 90 days nonsense. The requirements to get residency in Albania are super low right now, and as with most things, as time progresses, they get more difficult. So if Albania seems like it might be the right fit for you, don't be slothful. Jump on the opportunity right now. Personally, if I was into snow bunnies, I would already be in Albania. But personally, I'm not into that.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
If you're thinking about moving to Portugal, you should know you're not alone. Thousands of Americans have made the move in recent years, many of whom are doing it using the D7 visa. Now, this visa is quite interesting because it's a passive income visa that allows you to live, work, and study in the country of Portugal. And it's open to all different kinds of people, whether you're a retiree, a passive income investor, or a digital nomad. And this visa has a lot of benefits. You can opt into the public healthcare system. You may, depending on your particular situations, receive some tax benefits, and you can travel to 29 other European countries without a hassle. You can apply for the D7 visa before you even leave to Portugal. And if you qualify, you can be approved within 2 to 3 months. The main requirement to be approved for this visa is that you have passive income, right? It's a passive income visa. So you have to prove you make at least the Portuguese minimum wage, which is 705 euros per month, which equates to around 770 US dollars. These streams include pensions, rental incomes, investments, royalties, and dividends. You also need proof of having valid healthcare insurance and accommodations within the country. The application fee is only 100 euros, and after 5 years, you are eligible to receive permanent residency in the country of Portugal. Let me share with you the ultimate glitch to getting this visa faster. You see, let's say you're someone like me. I've only actually worked 2 years out of my entire life. I got fired 9 days after my 21st birthday, and I have not worked a job ever since. So I don't have a pension. In order to make $1,000 per month in dividends, you have to invest $180,000 into monthly paying dividend stocks, which are very risky. Now, investing $180,000 is not really a problem, but it is a problem when you're putting it into a very risky vehicle. I'm going to give you some free game, so come here. Listen carefully. Royalties are considered an acceptable form to qualify you for the D7 Portugal visa. Do you know who pays royalties? YouTube. Every year, I get a 1099 MISC for the royalty payments that YouTube made to me for that calendar year. The play is you spend $500 buying courses, learning the game around YouTube. Then you start your channel, you make the $9,800 in 1 calendar year, and then you apply for this visa. It's a win-win, right? Because now you have a cash-generating skill set, and the money that you would have had to invest in buying a rental property or the $200,000 you would need to invest in stocks, well, you can keep that and deploy it wherever you see fit. I just put you onto some free game. Make sure you like this video so other people can get access to this video. Hopping back over to South America, we have the country of Panama. Panama offers some easy options for U.S. citizens to live there. One of the more interesting ones is their reforestation visa program, where you can invest $100,000 in a government-approved reforestation effort. I really like this visa option because number one, it's affordable, and number two, like your money is there in a physical asset that can produce you cash, okay? Like you're buying a forest of timberwood. What makes it even better is after 5 years of holding that visa, you're now qualified for Panamanian citizenship. Panama is a very attractive place to retire, and they also offer a retirement visa. You can receive your Panama retirement visa as long as you get at least $850 from pension or Social Security deposited into a local Panamanian bank account each month. And this visa is valid for up to 5 years, and it is renewable indefinitely. This is a great option if you're looking for somewhere warm to retire. Panama also has a world-class healthcare system and an optimal territorial tax system, meaning you're only taxed on the income you produce inside the country of Panama. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like on it so YouTube recommends you more videos that you'll love. Me personally, if I was to explore any of these options, it'll probably be Albania, especially because it's a super short flight from where I am now in Egypt, and the process is so simple. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next one. Y'all willing. Shalom.